Next on Worcester News Tonight, a snowstorm shuts down the city today, why some businesses decided to stay open. Plus, we ride along with AAA during a storm to get a closer look at travel conditions. Thank you for joining us. I'm Catherine Andrioli. A heavy snowfall today kept Worcester residents busy shoveling and snow blowing. Take a look at the conditions earlier in Worcester. Many residents can be seen clearing snow from their walkways and shoveling driveways. One man we spoke with says he was let out of work early and made it home before the roads worsened this afternoon.
Yeah, I was out working earlier. Worked till about 12:30. Got back to the warehouse and then they sent us home. So a lot more traffic though, so it wasn't so bad. There was paths to go by, so that made it a little bit easier. But the side roads were terrible. Like some of them weren't even plowed.
With the snowfall wrapping up, now comes the challenge of cleaning up the streets. Our Cam Jandro is in Worcester and has more on the conditions of the roads. Cam?
Catherine, I'm on West Boylston Street in Worcester. A street that's normally pretty busy is extremely quiet right now. Now, the snowfall has been over for the past few hours, but the streets are still caked with snow. Now, temperatures tonight are expected to drop into the single digits, and overnight we may even see some go below zero, which will cause the streets and sidewalks to become frozen over, that much more icy, and that much more dangerous. Even though the snowfall seems to be over for the most part, the city of Worcester highly advises people to stay off of the roads so the city can do a proper job. The city has almost 400 pieces of equipment on the street, and they've been out since the first snowflakes touched ground this morning. Worcester Public Schools has announced that there will be a 2-hour delay tomorrow to give the city proper time to make the streets clear and more safe for the buses and tomorrow's morning commute. Now, there still is a good amount of snow on the streets, but it is light, airy, fluffy snow, so it should be easy for shoveling, and the plows should have no problem pushing it around. The real challenge tonight is keeping the streets from freezing over and becoming extremely icy and making it safe for tomorrow's morning commute. Catherine, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Cam. Here's a look at downtown Worcester tonight. As you can see, much is quieter. It's much quieter than usual. Crews were out cleaning snow earlier and sidewalks tonight, along with plows. Many places were closed down today in the city due to the inclement weather. And while many businesses closed down, the Boulevard Diner did not. The local diner was one of the only places on Shrewsbury Street that was open. They are open 24 hours. Employees say despite the snow, today has been surprisingly busy.
My car doesn't really do great in the snow, so I actually had to get a ride to work. But the roads didn't really seem that great when I was on my way here, and saw a lot of people sliding and getting stuck in the middle of the road. Family-run business. That's one of the main reasons why we're open, because we always have time, always have people that come in, work, and keep it open and let the business run and let customers come in, get food whenever they feel like it.
Dinner is open all night. If you are hungry, you can go get an omelet or some French toast. In central Massachusetts was hit with the biggest snowstorm of the season today. Snow started this morning and continued throughout the day with an estimated rate of 1 inch per hour, which made it difficult on snow removal. Our Olivia Lemon has the story.
City plows hit the road Thursday morning. Worcester has had 366 pieces of equipment out since the storm started. City Manager Ed Augustus says with more than a foot of snow in the forecast, the goal is to keep the roads safe.
It's probably the most important thing folks can do for us and for themselves. Stay off the road.
Augustus says it's easier and safer for plows to clear the roads when cars aren't on it. A winter parking ban is in effect in Worcester. The city is offering free parking in its garages until 7 a.m. Friday.
People have used them, but unfortunately we did tow several hundred cars since last night, even though the winter parking ban has been in effect for 72 hours.
While the city and state ask most people to stay home today if possible, some jobs require people to work no matter what.
I've been there 32 years. They only told us twice that we weren't going out.
U.S. postal worker Richard Webster delivers mail on Main Street in Worcester. He says conditions weren't too bad in the morning, but picked up throughout the day.
Slippery, a lot of snow, and as you can see by looking around, a lot of people stayed home today.
Others are clearing the city sidewalks and commuter rail platform to help keep the city safe for residents.
This is definitely the worst storm we've had all year. Snow blowing, salting, and that's what we're going to be doing throughout the day.
The city manager says crews will continue plowing until the roads are passable. The final cleanup operation will start once the snow stops.
The real key here is just trying to keep up with things.
Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
Emergency roadside assistance vehicles were answering calls today despite Governor Charlie Baker's driving ban. We rode along with AAA today and discovered even their vehicles can have issues in storms like this. Our Brittany Schaefer has the story.
It's just bad out there.
Many people didn't have to work and go to school, but for AAA, snow days like this one are busy. AAA technician Michael Mullane's day started with fixing a flat tire. This man burnt out his tire trying to make it up his driveway.
Trying to get up his hill, it was a pretty steep hill, so just wore down to the pavement.
I was just trying to get up my hill. The next thing I knew, I bruised my front passenger tires. They got in like maybe 15-20 minutes. I wasn't expecting them for about a couple of hours because of due to the weather.
After a quick change, Mullane was off to assist his fellow technicians after a car broke down on Route 290.
There's no breakdown lane, so it is dangerous. Plus with the snow, the visibility, you may see a couple of us come just for backup and just to help our other drivers out.
An hour later, Mullane got a request to remove a car from a snowbank, but the conditions were so bad even his AAA truck couldn't make it up the hill.
We couldn't get up the hills. The truck slid several times, so it was tough trying to get to her.
While attempting to make it to the third call, we ran into a couple of cars who were having trouble in the snow.
One lady slid into a parked car. Car tried to go around her. He slid down a hill, and basically they both got stuck.
The storm intensified during the early afternoon, and it kept shovelers and private plow companies busy. West Boylston saw whiteout conditions along Route 12, and as plows worked to keep the road passable, crews were busy clearing out parking lots and walkways of the First Congregational Church in town. Plow drivers say the lighter, fluffy snow helps, but some slick spots, the wind and frigid cold conditions made cleanup difficult.
It's kind of cold outside. And it's gonna probably be a 10 to 14 inch storm.
Not sure why I still live in New England, but here I am, a little piece of paradise right here. Well, this isn't my scene, but do what you got to do to make sure people are able to get around and get through this stuff. So we'll get it cleaned up and then we'll get out of here.